All right, what's going on, everyone? So today is day 2 of the launch of my program, 30-Day Lead Machine. So that's my LinkedIn training program. So I'm going live every single day while I am doing that. A ton of people have been signing up for my 60-minute training. That's at linkedinfunnelhacker.com. That is where I show you how to turn your LinkedIn into a client attraction funnel. It's also what I'm going to be talking about on the live right now. So a little bit about me for those who see me for the first time on here. LinkedIn is actually something that I love to use now, but it's something that is still pretty new to me. I haven't been using it for all that long. A few years ago, I started a new company. I started a B2B publishing company called Peacock Books. So with that company, I help entrepreneurs, professionals, leaders publish a book so they can become more of an authority figure and essentially grow their business and make more money. But when I started doing that, I realized that it was pretty hard it was a change for me anyway, to attract high value clients into my new company, because my previous business was much more low ticket. So I didn't know how to attract high ticket. So what I did was I really sought out to crack the code of LinkedIn. I started learning from LinkedIn experts, LinkedIn coaches, but also funnel coaches. And what I did was I put like traditional LinkedIn wisdom and funnel mechanics and sort of put it into one. And it started working. I started seeing what was working for other people. And I started implementing that in my own business, in my own publishing company, and it started working, right? So, once it started working, I was able to tweak it and play with it and really develop what I believe, really perfect the ultimate client attraction funnel on LinkedIn. Certainly didn't happen overnight. It was a process. It was really a matter of me seeing what other people were doing on LinkedIn and noticing trends, seeing what was working, what wasn't. And really, when I finally started, getting serious about using LinkedIn as the main tool to grow my business, first of all, it became clear to me how powerful LinkedIn is. But also I started noticing that there's a big difference between what people who are getting results on there are doing and what everyone else is doing. Like, most people are doing LinkedIn the wrong way, and some people are doing it the right way, and they are the ones that are getting results. And I noticed that when it comes to those that are getting success on LinkedIn, they are really doing 5 things. I've narrowed down to 5 things that successful people are doing on LinkedIn that others are not. And once I call them the 5 secrets, and once you understand what these 5 secrets are, then you'll really change the way that LinkedIn works for your business. You will be able to really position yourself as an authority figure in a way you've not been doing on LinkedIn. You'll be able to really control the process of clients coming in to your business, and when you're able to do that, then, everything else changes, right? When you're able to take care of that input of clients, that lead flow, that pipeline, that's what LinkedIn is for. That's what LinkedIn has been designed for. LinkedIn has been designed specifically for business relationships to flourish. Okay, so there are really 5 things that successful people are doing on LinkedIn that others are not. And I'm going to quickly go through them. Secret number 1 is do not follow the rules of LinkedIn. And what I mean by that is, LinkedIn has been around it's been around longer than Facebook. Okay, it's like probably the dinosaur in the social media space. So there's all these like misconceptions as to how we're supposed to use it. I don't really remember what they were telling people to do when it came out, but there's this misconception that we're supposed to do LinkedIn a certain way, that we are supposed to just create a LinkedIn account, put our job experience on there, and wait to see what happens. That's really the old way of using LinkedIn. The old way is, first of all, just talking about yourself on there and being passive, just being passive in your approach to it. This is really the biggest legacy of the old way, as I like to call it, the old way of using LinkedIn, which, as I said, is just not really doing anything. You're just putting your resume on there. You're putting your job experience. It's a very passive approach. Okay, and I think that stems from when LinkedIn started. It was more of a recruiting tool in that sense, but now it has become a B2B business relationship growing tool. And therefore, we need to do things differently. We need to take a more active approach to how we use the platform, okay? So this is probably, in my coaching, in my speaking with professionals that need help with LinkedIn, this is the biggest mistake they're making on LinkedIn, is they are using it the wrong way. They're just talking about themselves. They're just using it as a resume / job experience tool. But that's not, that doesn't work, right? Because if you're trying to grow your business, if you're trying to get clients using LinkedIn, then why would you put your resume on there, okay? Why would you just talk about yourself? You are on LinkedIn to get clients, to generate revenue. So your profile really needs to be set up like a client-facing sales page. It needs to be a sales page, not a resume, right? Because your potential clients, the people you want to be doing business with on LinkedIn, they don't care about your job experience. They don't care about your resume. They don't care about your education. They care about themselves. They care about the problems they are having. They care about the things that are keeping them up at night. So you, as someone that wants to work with them, that wants to work with potential clients that are on there, you need to set up your profile, set up the way that you present yourself, make it client-centric, not you-centric, but them-centric. So you're presenting yourself in a way that shows that you understand what their problems are. You understand where they are at now, and you understand where they want to go. Because when you can do that on LinkedIn, you are showing them that you are uniquely positioned to help them, to be the one that they hire to solve the problem that they have, right? So you want to use your profile to show your prospects that you understand them. That's how you resonate with them. That's how you connect with them. Okay, you don't do that by putting your resume on your LinkedIn profile. People who aren't getting results through LinkedIn is because one of the reasons is they have just their LinkedIn, just their resume on there. It doesn't work. So imagine this, right? Imagine, you have a really sore back, all right? You have a sore back and you want to go see a doctor because you just need treatment, right? So you go see two doctors. You want to hire one and you go see two. Well, the first doctor says to you, you should hire me because I went to the best medical school. I'm a certified back pain expert, and I've been seeing patients like you for 30 years. So really this doctor is saying you should hire me, and here's my resume. Whereas you go see a second doctor, the doctor says, I can see just by looking at you that your back must be always hurting. I can tell that just by looking at you. It looks to me like you actually have this unresolved leg injury that never healed properly. So what we need to do is we need to fix that leg injury. And then once we do that, it'll fix your posture and your back problems will just take care of themselves. And, once you do that, your back will feel good again and you can get on with your life. You can get on with doing what you love to do, hiking and et cetera. So you can see how that doctor is not leading with their resume. They are leading by talking about the person they want to hire them. And that is so much more effective, right? Obviously, you're going to hire the second doctor because the doctor has shown you that they understand you. So this is how we want to present ourselves on LinkedIn, okay? So we want to scratch the traditional rules of talking about ourselves and move on to talking about our clients. This is how you're going to resonate with people. This is how you're going to, connect with the people you want to do business with. It's really about presenting yourself in a very deliberate way. It's about presenting and positioning yourself as an authority figure for your dream clients right out of the gate, okay? So the secret number one, to recap, is to break the traditional rules of LinkedIn by throwing out this old resume or job experience approach. And instead, we want to turn our LinkedIn strategy into a client-facing, sales page that speaks to them, okay? Secret number two. Now, before I go on to secret number two, if you want to check out my profile, you can kind of see what I mean. So you can go to peacockbooks.co and that will link to my LinkedIn profile. And there's a good example there of what a client-facing profile looks like. I believe I have the best profile out there, so check it out. Okay, secret number two, secret number 2 is to stop thinking small on LinkedIn. Now, what I love about LinkedIn is that it really is the great equalizer, okay? It's the great equalizer because everyone gets the same amount of space on LinkedIn, okay? You know, your competitors in whatever it is that you do, they might have more credentials, they might have more experience, more testimonials, but they don't have better access to LinkedIn than you. And most likely they're not using LinkedIn optimally. They're using LinkedIn the wrong way. They're using it the old way. So that means that if you put time into developing a LinkedIn strategy, you learn proven client acquisition strategies for LinkedIn, then you can excel in LinkedIn in ways that other people are not. And LinkedIn is the world's biggest B2B network. The opportunity on there is tremendous. So it doesn't matter what other people are doing. If you get good at LinkedIn, then you are putting yourselves way ahead of everyone else, even if, you know, they're so-called higher than you in whatever it is they do. So every single person has the opportunity to be a big player on LinkedIn. So don't let your small thinking prevent you from getting those results. Like, someone else can't make a better LinkedIn profile than you. We all have the same access. So it really is a matter of how you use it, how you use the tool. And I'm showing you how to use it the right way, okay? So, you know, when it comes to my company, that, you know, the company that I grew with LinkedIn, which is Peacock Books, my publishing company. When I started, like, there were other companies out there that were way more advanced. They had more experience. They had more clients. They had more testimonials. They've been doing it longer. Because I put effort into my LinkedIn, because I deliberately created messaging that I know spoke to my dream clients and resonated with them. It didn't matter what other people were doing, because when people found me on LinkedIn, they saw what I was putting out there and they were immediately drawn to me because I'm showing them that I am the right one to work with. Okay, so that's what was great. It allowed me to get my company off the ground because I just did it right. I took an active approach and I was deliberate with what I was saying and the way I was doing LinkedIn. By doing that, you can actually make yourself, you know, a so-called big fish in your market just by putting some strategy into how you position yourself and how you approach LinkedIn. So what I'm really saying here is, if you put effort into your LinkedIn profile, if you bring a strategy to your connection approach, your message approach, your nurturing approach, your content approach, your daily workflow, if you bring a strategy, if you bring a game plan to that, then you can position yourself as a big player. You'll get big results on there. And it doesn't even matter what other people in your industry are doing, because what matters is what you're doing. Secret number 3, okay, is to stop doing everything manually. LinkedIn is more effective when more of your targeted dream clients come into your LinkedIn. So what's so great about LinkedIn is that you can target people. You can target people based on their business characteristics. So you can say, I want my dream clients are chief marketing officers at mid-sized companies in, you know, this region. So you can just put those search terms into LinkedIn and get a list. So it's like the most amazing thing, because you can target it in that way. So you want to be reaching out to those people, but you don't want to be doing it necessarily manually because it takes so much time. So every single day, what I do is I send out 100 connection requests to my dream clients. I've identified them as my dream clients. I've searched for them based on those search terms. And now I want to reach out to 100 people a day, because if I reach out to 100 people a day, then I'm really getting myself out there, okay? But technology can be your friend, right? You don't need to do this manually. Reaching out to 100 people personally with a personalized message every single day probably takes 90 minutes, okay? If you just bang, 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 90 minutes, I would say. So that is why I recommend, without a question, you leverage this by using a prospecting tool or an automation tool. Because when you do that, you can just automate that function. You can reach out to 100 people a day with personalized messages, but the tool will do it for you. So the analogy I like to use is that you're really, like, imagine you're doing door-to-door sales. How much easier would door-to-door sales be if you had some robot that would go knock on doors for you, and you wouldn't need to step in until someone kind of opens the door ready to have a conversation. And that's really what automation tools do on LinkedIn. They knock on those doors so that you're not spending all the time doing that and you're just spending your time having conversations. I know a lot of people avoid automation tools on LinkedIn because they don't know what they are, they don't know how to use them, but they're missing out on a tremendous opportunity to definitely get better results on LinkedIn, by not using them. So definitely, my opinion, use them. But the reason I'm saying that is because time is your biggest asset, right? You want to save time. So it's not a matter of should you use automation tools, because automation tools are going to allow you to scale your reach, your visibility, your connection rates, your content. There aren't enough hours in the day to do all that we need to do on LinkedIn. So that's why automation tools are great. But it's not a matter of do we use them or not. It's a matter of how we use them. We need to use them the right way, because if you use them the wrong way, well, that can be bad. Okay. So there's a fine line when it comes to automation. We want to be personal. We don't want to be robotic. We need to, when we're using automation tools, we need to be personal. We want to make sure we're not spammy. And yeah, we want to put our lead gen on autopilot. Okay. So that's why we use them. So as I said, I reach out to 100 people a day using my automation tool. It takes me less than 5 minutes just to flip the switch on. Of those 100 people that I'm reaching out to, about 40% of them are going to connect with me. So every single day I'm adding 40 dream clients to my LinkedIn. Now, once they're on my LinkedIn, once they're my connections, then I can message them, then they can see my content, that they can come into my funnel. So that is the first step, is just getting them onto my list. And every single day I get 40 people onto my list because I'm doing it this way. So that's really, the secret is use automation, use prospecting tools, leverage your time. And so secret number 4 is treat it like a funnel. Treat your LinkedIn like a funnel. Okay. So secret number 3 was use automation. What that's about is driving traffic. So secret number 3 is about using tools to drive traffic into our LinkedIn. So we have made our profile great. We've made our profile sales page. Now we're driving traffic into it. So what happens when the traffic hits our profile? When we send a connection request, someone accepts us, probably the first thing they're going to do is check out our profile. So now they're in our funnel. So what's next? Well, we want to create everything about our LinkedIn. Everything we do on LinkedIn should lead our prospects in the journey of becoming a client of ours. Okay, so LinkedIn is where the relationship begins, but it's not necessarily where it ends. So we need to bring them on this journey of taking them to where we want them to go. Okay, so what I'm saying is we don't want to reach out to people and then have a warm connection go cold because we haven't told them what to do next. So your LinkedIn should really be a series of call to actions that move people through a pre-selling journey, that move people through a journey where they're warming up, and ultimately into a call to action where they are going to become your client. And in a lot of cases, that just means they're booking a call with you. So with my LinkedIn funnel, I go from connection request to message to try and bring them into my content piece, which will warm them up. And then at the end of the content piece, there's a call to action that says, book a call with me. And now I'm on the phone with them and they are warm. They're ready to go, right? So call to actions. What I'm really saying is treat it like a funnel, a series of call to actions that bring clients, warmed up to you. So let's say every day you're reaching out to 100 people. 100 people are coming to the top of your funnel every day. Every 2 days, every 1 day, one person is booking a call with you saying, hey, I checked out all your stuff. That's amazing. I really need your services. How can I work with you? That's what a funnel is, okay? So the point is, the underarching idea of making your LinkedIn a funnel is just telling them what to do next. Telling your prospects what you want them to do next to move, to grow that relationship. Make it easy for them to build that relationship. Make it easy for them to warm up to you. Make it easy for them to get pre-sold on your value. And that's why I like to, when I do a targeted search, I identify and connect with my dream clients. I want to build rapport with them. I want to warm them up. I want to pre-sell them before I move on with them. I don't want to just like connect with you and get on the phone with you because we haven't built a rapport yet. I haven't pre-sold you on me. So I don't want to get on a call with you. I want you to go through my funnel so that you're ready to talk to me. You're qualified to talk to me. So the point is, stop treating your LinkedIn like a static page. Stop taking a passive approach. Stop talking about yourself and turn it into a client-centric sales page that acts as a funnel where you're bringing people in a direction, okay? And one thing you can do just to like get a funnel in place like in the next 10 minutes is get a call booking link. Like this is a simple funnel. Like get a call book, go to calendly.com, get a call booking link, go to your summary on your LinkedIn and put in like, hey, want to work with me? Book a call with me. That is a simple funnel. If you do that now, you're probably improving your LinkedIn right away. Okay? So that's a simple funnel. Obviously, I have a much more sophisticated funnel, but hey, there's different levels, okay? And secret number 5 is really don't do it alone, okay? Because LinkedIn, like there are people who've been doing it for a long time. There are people who've been doing it for a lot longer than me, but there are people who have really tried to learn strategies. There are proven strategies, tactics, techniques for how to increase your results on LinkedIn. Now, the golden age of LinkedIn is taking place right now. It is becoming the place, the social network that B2B is happening. So don't miss out on the opportunity, like get help. We all want to, perform at the highest levels, especially when we're trying to get clients. So, get good at LinkedIn, right? It's not a matter of how hard you're working. Like you don't need to work hard to get clients on LinkedIn. You just need to do it properly. You just need to bring strategy to it. You just need to bring deliberate messaging. That's all it is. It's not complicated. So many people think that LinkedIn is complicated. It's not complicated at all. It is just a skill that you need to learn, okay? So that's really secret number 5. So many people give up early on it, and that's why you should check out my training. So I've been talking really in this video about the 5 things that you should be doing to your LinkedIn now to get better results. And really what I'm kind of getting at is turn your LinkedIn into a client attraction funnel. Do LinkedIn the new way. And go to my 60-minute training where I show you exactly what that is. I show you what you have to do to put together the perfect LinkedIn client attraction funnel. So check that out at linkedinfunnelhacker.com, linkedinfunnelhacker.com. Check out my 60-minute training. Show you the one simple and new way to, get clients on LinkedIn. All right. So today is day 2 of the launch of my new program. So go check out my 60-minute training. And that's it. I am signing off. Thank you all for checking me out today, and I will see you on the next video.